Fearless Pioneer.
Yo, what is going on, guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise to War video. Today, guys, we're revisiting another commander, one of my absolute favorites, Theoden. I've actually made quite a couple of big changes to his gear, and so we're going to have to test him out and see how he goes and everything. So, yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So, first off, I've got him up in the PvP area. We'll go over his skills and stats and everything, so let's go into the commander section. He's the only commander I've got at level 50 at the moment. I've got him fully ready for battle. So, as you can see, we all know that he is a leader, so he's very good with mounted, as we know, and he does some healing as well, guys. We are using his special ability R10 weapon, which is absolutely amazing. So, we have that 2-level refined, which it gives an amazing buff of army HP for mounted units +6, which is absolutely amazing. And Lord of the Mark, we're taking huge advantage of that with Cavaliers and Marshals damage received -7.5%. We'll go over more of that in just a moment. Now, a new addition to my gear is this Explorer's outfit. Not only does it give pretty good might, it also gives a buff of +3 HP to men of hobbits. Also, I have Hobbit's Tendency, which gives army defense to hobbits +4 with no refinement. Now, I don't have access to the Shire Protectors, but probably next season, if I get the chance, I definitely want to test him out with these Shire Protectors on here as well, the Tier 3 Hobbit mounted unit. But we're going to be using all manish units, just because we want the buff of the HP for the men. Helmet hasn't changed the same. We're on Horseman's Helm, which does give the nice buff of mounted defense +15. And we do get that the first 3 rounds, all allied units gain madness immunity in case we bump into something dangerous like that. Now, another new addition. I only have it 4 strengthened, but it's still really good at that level. It is the Mirast Reigns. Now, it doesn't really give a might buff, which is completely fine because it gives army attack mounted units +2 at level 4 and +5 mounted units HP. I also got this amazing ability of Fearless Cavalry, which for the first 3 rounds, allied mounted units each round have a 16.7% chance to gain stun and madness immunity. So if I can pull some of these later on and refine this up, this is going to be amazing. And then, with that, I can change this for something different, which can buff more HP and add more might or something like that. I won't need that if I can refine this up and strengthen this up to max level. But even at level 4, this has some amazing buffs that are going to stack very well with our skills that we'll have a look in a moment. So I am Respect 16. He's like pretty much my highest Respect commander that I use. Complete level 50. As you can see, because he's a leader, he has the 80 command points. Modest might of 288 and 247 focus, but he has really good speed at 276. Moving into his skilling, guys, this is the recommended skill build I'd give anyone. So we have Horsemaster, which is going to increase army's attack for mounted units +15. I always put 1 point into here so we can get initiative during combat. And Chaotic Retreat, I max it out so enemy units' defense is reduced by 35 points. We then have Earred Leader, which each round your mounted units will recover HP. That is the max level effect, guys. Also, the max level effect here also is mounted units HP +5, so that's going to stack with my sword and the rest of my gear as well, guys. The sub-skills of flanking, this is the last one I do when I have spare points. So the first one I will do is mounted combat. So you're all running mounted units, so every single hit that a mounted unit attacks, you got a 20% chance of dealing an extra 70% damage, which is extremely good. Rohirrim is really good. It's increasing your mounted unit's damage by 9.6% upon inflicting damage. It's modified by the speed stat, and it will be stacked 3 times with a max level effect of might +15. Also, I run Riding Excellent. It reduces mounted units damage received -14%. Now, with Theoden, depending on what gear and that, you can pretty much run any mounted unit he works fantastically with. But with the build that we're going today, we're going to be running all Manish units, so it works really good with our gear. Especially we're using Cavaliers and Marshals to get that reduction of 7.5% damage reduction. As you can see, their stats are looking absolute fantastic. I have these guys maxed out. So mounted minus 10% there, and a Rohirrim charge. The first instances of damage dealt in battle will be increased by 50%. We have a damage of 53 to 61, which is amazing, with HP 105 and 56 defense. With 153 speed, you're going to be outspeeding. With that initiative, pretty much you're going to be attacking first every single time in battle. The only thing I wish I had was some stun immunity, which we'll have to work on later on with a different helm, which I do have. Or hopefully I can get those reins leveled up and we can get stun immunity. Or we just get very lucky with that 16.7%. Swan Knights, I run 1,000 of these. Really good damage, but amazing HP and defense, which will be buffed by 100 for the first 3 rounds. And they're going to take damage, which means that the Marshals and my Cavaliers are going to remain alive longer, which means they're going to be able to do more damage in the first few rounds. And of course, mounted, which reduces the damage by 10%. Speed of 142 is also amazing as well, so it's going to really help with getting those first hits in and outspeeding. And then we have Marshals guys, which have 53 to 59 damage, 113 HP, decent defense with 172 speed, pretty much near outspeedable. Onslaught, absolutely amazing. Damage is dealt plus 56%. It's modified by the speed stat. This effect will diminish by 1/3 each. Basically each time damage dealt until the effect runs out. And then we have the mounted effect. So this is the units that we're going to be using, guys. Just because the sole fact that we want the tier 4 Swan Knights to help protect these guys so they don't get destroyed straight off. So they can do a ton of damage and outspeed and get the damage done early. So yeah, that's pretty much my build and setup, guys. We're now going to be getting into some PvP action. So let's go, shall we? Rightio, guys. So I finally reached some battle areas. We're going to be testing out Theoden in a moment in some PvP action. I've had to travel across. Ooh, so I just did a quick test to take this land. So it looks like we're going to have 446,000 HP. Ooh, he looks nice. I have to admit, he's looking pretty damn nice. I'm pretty much ready. I'm just going to test to see what he just hit to see if there's going to be any armies there. Fellowship. So he just used a level 50 Theoden. Okay. And it looks like he only hit a 41. So this might be empty, this stack. Okay, that stack's empty. So we're going to have to wait and try find. I'm probably going to have to like push up to one of these areas. And hopefully there's some armies in here to fight. So I'm going to go push across to those. Well, I waited a while. I messaged some people and said 1v1 and that, but they didn't get back to me. So I'm just going to hit this fort and see what we run into, guys. Because I want to test out my Theoden and see what happens. I don't really want to destroy his fort and that. And I guess the first battle will be a 1v1, but I'm probably going to get killed. Because if I beat the first person, then I'll go into the second person really weak and get destroyed. Or I just destroyed the whole stack. Oh boy, let's have a look. Oh no, I feel bad, guys. I feel bad. Oh no. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh no, I actually feel bad, guys. Oh my god. I didn't realize it was like that lower commanders there. I thought this guy was strong because I was looking at reports before. And he had like level 45, like, no joke. I literally thought that he was stronger because I was looking before at some of the reports in here, and he had like some decent commanders that I've seen. I don't know where they are now. Like, yeah, like he had a 45 Gandalf the Grey there with tier 4 and everything, so I thought he was not too bad. I actually feel really bad now. Holy hell. Well, okay, so Theoden. Okay, well, we can't keep that in consideration. That was just an absolute destruction, but I actually feel bad. Like, I actually feel bad about one. So, I do apologize to that guy. I thought he had a lot stronger commanders. Like, yeah. Wow. I'm actually going to send an apology. I actually generally feel bad there. Like, holy hell. Yeah, I didn't really lose. Okay, well, we've seen that he can do a lot of damage, I guess. Let's put back at 1,000, back at 1,750. That's going to take 21 minutes to reinforce. But yeah, I ain't going to be attacking that guy again. So yeah, we can see that he can do it absolutely insane. Like, I ended up going down, like, what, 80,000 damage, and I took out, like, that was crazy damage, 315,000. But the levels were just completely and absolutely way off. And yeah, that's like a Parther there. And then his Aowen wasn't bad, but like Theoden just absolutely destroys and I got way better gear. So not bad respect level though, but yeah. Unfortunately, not what I expected. I thought there was going to be some level 50s in that there, like especially being only 5 days left. So yeah. Okay, well, I'll try find something a little bit stronger. That's a bit of a rip there. Rightio, guys. So, oh, here we go. We got a 1v1 here of Theoden versus Theoden. This looks interesting. Let's have a look. Okay, so we had a level 50 versus 50 Theoden action here. Looks very interesting. So let's have a look, shall we? Alright, he doesn't have... I have better gear. Without a doubt. Wow, he's got pretty high respect as well. So he's really good respect. So this is a pretty good battle. Alright, so I definitely beat him in gear a bit. I have a better sword. And my accessories a bit higher. But otherwise, besides that, the gear is pretty close. He's using Cavaliers. He's using a lot of good troops. Just making sure to see if they're all maxed. Okay, so this is a very good battle here. Very interesting. His skill build, he seems to be going in the same sort of direction I am. So he's got 15, 15, 15. He's got 9 in there. I'd probably be changing that into more skill points in different areas. But let's have a look, shall we? So I did 337,000 to his 149. He did a bit more healing than me. But yeah, overall, that was an amazing. Obviously, the marshals help an absolute ton. And I've obviously got 2 tier 4 units. So we've got to keep that into consideration. I had a lot better gear, but... pretty nice battle there. Very happy with those results. So yeah, Theoden versus Theoden. Excellent results there. We're going to back off and we're just going to restock up and we're going to get into another fight in just a moment or so. Rightio, guys, for our last PvP test for today's video, we're going to put Theoden at a disadvantage. Big thanks and shout out to Youbs here from Step. I messaged him in that and he's going to friendly 1v1 PvP with me. I told him I'm going to be using my Theoden that, and I've seen, I used Clairvoyance and seen one of his commanders he had, who was ARAGORN, and he's going to be using full anti-mounted against me to see what happens. Quite a very decent King ARAGORN here. Pretty well respect level. It looks like it's very high. And we all know ARAGORN does a lot of physical damage, so we've got to keep that in mind. Also, he's got some things here. Stun of Madness reduction, that's not going to be too bad, but he's got a lot of damage there. It looks like he's got the axe where his unit's going to do more damage. Commander speed, very interesting. Increasing melee damage, and then he's got the box of knowledge, which ain't very strengthened up, but it's still pretty good. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty solid battle. We're going to wait. I think it's going to have around over 7,000 of these T3. I don't know, maybe we'll add some other troops. But yeah, we're going to be level 48 as well, so not too bad whatsoever. And that's going to be going up against my Theoden, who I made a little bit of changes. I just evened out the Cavaliers and the Marshals, so there's 1,500 of each instead of 1,750 Cavaliers and 1,250 Marshals, so a few more Marshals in that. And we'll see how we go, guys. I'm trying to put him at a little bit of a disadvantage. So yeah, he's on about a 1 hour wait. Yeah, no worries, mate. So we're just going to let him know. So yeah, we've got a bit of chilling and waiting to do. So we're going to, when he's ready, we're going to get that battle and we'll see what happens. Rightio, here we go, guys. We're going to be versing ARAGORN with our Theoden. I'm not sure exactly what he's done. He just sent me just then. The message just then. So right here. So let's see what happens. I'm very, very interested to see what happens here. Okay, I won, but I want to see how insane the damage was. Let's have a look. 350. Oh, wow, that was... Okay, wow, I thought it was going to be way better than that. Holy moly. Okay, what in the... Wow, that was actually insane. I actually thought it was going to be way bit worse than that. I thought I was going to get destroyed. How did I only take 137,000 damage? I think the single stack is really bad. I did a lot of soldier damage. I'm not quite sure. Wow. That actually surprised me. Wow. Yeah, that's actually surprised me. I thought that he would have did way more damage than that. That's actually... Yeah, that... Like, obviously I got 2 tier 4 in that, I know that, but... I guess the single stack is not a good build. Like, it's just... let's have a quick look at the breakdown a bit more, just to see what happened. Alright, so it looks like Theoden attacked first. It looks like the outspeeding did a lot of damage. Oh my god, look at this damage. 13,000. Yeah, I think the single stack was a pretty bad idea there, guys. I thought because it was going to be a lot of anti-mount, it would have done a lot more damage, but it didn't really. Okay, well, we're going to wrap it up there, guys. Yeah, I think King Aragon would do a lot better if it had mixed armies, I think. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going away for 5 days, so I'll be back. So peace out, EJ's out, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Thousands of the EJU.